is. Okay, ready for the pledge.
Yes, so Jen, will you go ahead and lead us in today's pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate it. So welcome everybody to the noon Fortuna Chamber Zoom meeting. Today is March 15th, 2021. Do we have any new members or guests that would like to introduce themselves today?
Yes, I'm a guest.
Welcome. And it's Sherry Z, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sherry.
I am so happy to be here with Becky today, presenting as guest speakers on behalf of Humboldt sponsors. And my role is publicity chair. And so we'll be telling you all about Humboldt sponsors and probably more than you want to know, but we'll deal with that.
Thank you, Sherry. Renee, do you have some chamber announcements for us today?
I do, you know I do. Okay, so our Fortuna loyalty cards, the physical cards, should be arriving today. I'm very excited. We have several businesses already signed up to offer exclusive discounts, including Accurate Termite, Burgess Electric, Horizon, Humboldt Moving and Storage, North Coast Journal, Ray's Quality Cars, and Shots Coffee. We're going to be reaching out to our chamber member businesses over the next couple of weeks to try and get more people signed up. Tickets for our fundraiser with the skate park have officially arrived, so you can come to the office and buy them, or still send in a check and then we'll mail out the physical tickets to you starting this week. Next Monday, we welcome our new 2nd District Supervisor, Michelle Bushnell, to our Monday meeting. Operation Celebrate is happening again this year. That was a contest that we ran last year with Fortuna High School to celebrate graduating seniors from all 3 high schools, Academy of the Redwoods, East High, and Fortuna High. We had 27 businesses, I believe, that decorated their shop windows with photos of all 217 graduating seniors. We're going to do that again. Tentative dates are May 1st through the 15th to get your windows decorated. We're going to reach out to the businesses that decorated last year first to see if they want to do it again, but you're welcome. If you didn't sign up last year and you want to do it this year, you're more than welcome to. We just assign you photos. You decorate your window based on the color of the schools that you are highlighting, and post the photos of the students. And then we have a little contest based on public vote for the best windows. Let's see. And then finally, we still have the sexual harassment avoidance training coming up on the 23rd and 24th. Seats are still available, so check out our website for that. And that's all I had. And so now I'm going to turn it over to Jen Brown. She's going to give us some information on a public meeting next week. Take it away.
Thank you, Renee. Hello, everybody. I kind of went on a hiatus or disappeared for a while. And I'm back as the Economic Development Specialist for the City of Fortuna. It's a temporary position, and my job is to get the city back engaged into CDBG grant fund money. So we're gonna have a meeting next Wednesday at 5 p.m., the 24th, and it is like a workshop. It's meant for public participation, and public participation is required for grant funds from the federal government. And so we're going to be discussing a grant application that's really exciting, and we are hoping to get money not to exceed $750,000. And so the meeting is asking public input. So you'll be able to turn in your input to me before the meeting that we'll discuss. You can call in during the meeting to talk, and then the city will present also a potential project for that money. And then also after that 750, there's potential down the road for more money, including money that was included in the CARES Act. So please come. We do need input. It is a requirement, and you will learn something that night. Even if you don't want to learn, you'll learn something about grants.
And can you explain what CDBG stands for people who don't have the...
Yes, it's Community Development Block Grants, and it's money from HUD and HCD, and it's money to help get the HCD goals, objectives, the state objectives, and it's to help low income persons or targeted persons that are in that category. So that money is given to the cities and the jurisdictions that can handle it, and they have to give it back to the community members and help low income persons. So it's money that we get, and if we do get that grant, it helps pay for administration, and it's a multi-year process. It's a really big grant, and the city hasn't been involved for several years. So this is pretty exciting, and it it'd be so great to get some federal funds into the city.
Have examples of some of the projects that can be just to give people an idea, so that they're not
and please
off the mark.
And on the website, the Friendly Fortuna website, this should be posted. It's posted several places. It's a pretty lengthy notice. So it can be home ownership assistance. It could be like a revolving loan. It could be infrastructure improvement, some economic development. This is what you need to tune in for next Wednesday. I'll explain all of this stuff, but there's CDBG straight projects, and then there's program income only projects. And we're going for a program income only, and that has more constricted requirements or what's allowed, but infrastructure, housing, there's a couple of housing element things we're going to discuss at that workshop that was in the housing element that that's a goal to get CDBG funding for, it's supposed to obliterate blight, slums, help low income persons, and just kind of help a whole area of the city. So if you have ideas, you could call, or you could, at the meeting, have an idea and call in during the meeting. We'll have all that information there. So we really hope you come, and virtually it's 1 to 2 hours, I'm assuming, and we really need the input, and all of that's going to be packaged and sent with our application. So you being involved is going to make our application stronger.
Go ahead, Merritt. I see you.
Yeah, just one of the things too that, one of the other reasons the city's targeting this funding source and really putting, some horsepower in it by hiring Jen is they're going to run a lot of the coronavirus relief money through the CDBG program. So even though, it doesn't necessarily benefit low, moderate income, that's one of the areas that we're going to be targeting is money for coronavirus relief. And how can we help our businesses, or how can we help people who are unemployed, or how can we improve businesses to, restaurants, for example, we'll be able to develop programs to respond to the coronavirus pandemic and the lasting impacts that it's having on our businesses. So that's one area as well.
Yeah, so thank you for the time. And I really, really would love everybody to come. If you're going to learn something, CDBG takes a little bit of time to explain, but once you learn about it, you're going to be so excited about that funding. So 5 p.m. next Wednesday, Zoom link.
Will an agenda with the Zoom link be put out? Because I didn't see that in the public notice.
The Zoom link is it's on the second page.
Oh, okay, good.
But we'll make sure that we get it out there. We really want people to participate.
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate it.
Bob, did you have a question? You got to unmute yourself, Bob.
Yeah, I didn't have a question. I just wanted to build on that. They've had CDBG funding in Eureka and Arcata for years, and some of the cool stuff they did with that funding included taking a group of food manufacturing business owners to a trade show in the Bay Area, and they ran for several years. They ran these great artist flights where they worked with them on marketing, and there was money to buy actual marketing materials and the like. CDGB funding's interesting as far as grant funding goes that way, and that you can end up with a deliverable. It's not just all technical assistance. So there's some really cool stuff you can do with it for businesses that the timing really couldn't be better right after COVID.
Great.
Thank you, Bob. Do we have any other announcements?
I do. Can I speak? Go, Merritt, you can go if you'd like.
I'm happy to wait, Becky, after you.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, I got to put my other hat on. So this was a request from Mike was Cattleman's is got their world famous New York steak drive-through dinner on March 27th. It's going to be at the Ferndale Vets Hall. So you just have to drive through. Friendly little faces will bring your dinner to you. Tickets are $20 a piece. You can find them at either the auction yard or Green's Pharmacy in town. And the dinner is from 4:30 to 7:30 on that Saturday, the 27th. And the money that we raise goes to a lot of the scholarships for our ag kids. And so there's also raffle. And then along with that will be an online auction that is going to be happening through that whole weekend. And that's going to be sponsored by Carl Johnson Auction. So all that information, if you go to the Cattleman Facebook page, it has all that information. But so anyway, the 27th, but don't forget your tickets, Mike. I know you can't wait. So $20 a piece. That's such a deal for a great dinner. So thanks.
Becky, could you buy those tickets online, or do you have to go to Green's or one of the locations?
Yeah. Though we don't have the opportunity to do it online. So Green's or Humboldt Auction. Got it.
Yes, Lorna.
Thanks for letting me make an announcement. I'm a proud member, active member of Humboldt Sponsors, so that's why I'm here to check out Becky and Sherry's presentation. But I'm also a proud member of Eureka Rotaries of Southwest Eureka. And we're having a drive-by best of the worst dinner on the 25th, next week. And tickets are available only online at swrotary.org. They're $20 a piece. It'll be bratwurst and German potato salad and coleslaw and a big pretzel and maybe a sweet treat. This particular drive-by dinner will benefit the Humboldt County or the Humboldt Senior Resource Center meal program, which I know we're all in favor of. And we've held a couple of very successful drive-by dinners this past year. So if anybody's in the mood for bratwurst, this is it.
Thank you, Lorna. Merritt, did you have an announcement?
Yeah, I just wanted to announce our council meeting tonight. I don't know if that has an official spot or if I should do that now in the public announcements.
Go for it.
Okay, so we do have a council meeting tonight at 6 o'clock. And if you look on the city's website, there's a Zoom link for those who want to participate electronically, or you can call in. There's a number of items that might be interested the chamber members. One of them is the Eel River Groundwater Sustainable Planning Update. Summer Doherty of Humboldt County is going to give an update on what's happening with some of the new regulations for managing groundwater in the Eel River Basin. So that's going to be a presentation up front. We'll be introducing our new full-time parks worker, Amber Neuschwander. She was a part-time employee. She does a wonderful job, and so we'll be introducing her, and she'll have a few words to say. We have our staff reports on the consent calendar. We'll be doing the second reading of our ordinance for small wireless facilities, which is really just a cleanup of a previous ordinance to take out some ambiguities. So nothing real interesting there. It's authorization to enter into a grant agreement with the State Water Resources Control Board for the 12th Street Integrated Stormwater Enhancement Project. That's a lot of fancy words for saying that we got $1 million grant for along 12th Street, in particular around the area in front of the high school and along the high school parking lot, to do some of those landscape basins for stormwater quality improvement, as well as extending and fixing some of the drainage issues that exist on that street. So we're excited about that. And again, that's approximately $1 million grant. And then a construction contract will be repaving Redwood Way this summer. And so there's a item on the agenda to award that contract to Mercer Fraser. And then there's a couple of discussion items that will probably be interested as well. One of those includes a discussion of the Redwood Memorial Hospital cancellation of OB services and potential submission of a letter to the Attorney General. One of our council members has asked that that be put on there, as well as discussion of some of the state housing policies that the state is considering for implementation. So some pretty heavy discussion items, and we look forward to having everybody on there. I did see Denise Marshall's comment that she didn't see the CDBG project link, so I'll try to get that and post that up to this group here in a moment. That's all I have.
Thank you, Merritt. Thank you, Merritt. And do we have any other announcements from members today?
Can I make one quick correction, Kelly? Yes, you can buy tickets for Cattlemen online with PayPal.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Becky. Appreciate it. All right. So at this time, I'd like to introduce our guest speakers today, our very own Becky Giacomini and Sherry Z from Humboldt Sponsors. The floor is all yours.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to queue up a great PowerPoint. Let's see if technology works. Let's hope. Oh, I see something spinning. This is a good sign. Aha, there we go. Okay, well, thanks for asking us, Chamber. Humboldt Sponsors is an organization that we've been around since 1973. And it is a wonderful organization in the county that we support, and we make good things happen for local kids. We are a nonprofit. We're a 501c3, and we're dedicated only to raising funds to benefit Humboldt youth. And so we are from the east to the south, and we stretch our wonderful grants out. And it's just all volunteer run. None of us get paid. There's no office, no employees. There's about 400 of us members, which we have active members and associates. So right up to now, we've given out more than $2.5 million since 1973, which is pretty amazing for a group of a small group. And so it is one of the largest nonprofits in the area. So you can kind of see our little timeline there. And we started in 1962, and it was originally Humboldt Circle of the Florence Crittenden Home of San Francisco, a home for unwed mothers. So it kind of changed. In 1973, we voted solely to just do Humboldt County youth. And so we've gone through a few different changes, and we're officially incorporated. And our goals are education, recreation, cultural enrichment. And we use pretty much, these are very basic needs for our youth, and it's definitely has changed since 1973. So we definitely have gone the route. So yeah, we do lots of good things, but forever changing. We have to with the culture of our community. So. Okay, is this me still, Sherry? I think it must be, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to follow my thing. So this is just our leadership team right now. My reign of terror is over pretty soon in May. So, but we have another great group coming up, and we usually meet 5 times a year for the for board of directors and our regular. But obviously, we've been a little on the quiet side with COVID. So, but that doesn't mean we haven't been doing stuff. So. Yeah, we keep going, and we'll continue to go, and waiting for COVID to decide what it's going to do. So we're not going to give up. So this kind of breaks down our membership, where we have actives, which we usually have close to 50 members, and they take care of all the committee chairs and kind of come up with all the fundraising projects. And then we have emeritus, which were our wonderful ladies that started. Some of them are charter members and have stayed in with a long time, but not quite as active doing things, but they still support us. And then the associate members are the ones that are kind of our backbone of our organization. Sometimes we have, well, right now we have about 375. And these are the ones that help us with a rummage sale, and their dues go directly to our kids in the community. So they're supporting that way with their membership. And then of course we have a few honorary members that have been helping us along the way for many years in many different capacities. And one is Rex Bone, and you can imagine he loves that. He's one of our wonderful honorary members of doing our auction and just being very supportive.
Okay, I'm gonna just give you a little bit of information on our grants, because that is basically what we're all about, is raising funds in various ways that go into our grant program. And every year we have a window of opportunity for local nonprofit programs and organizations that provide services to Humboldt County youth. And that is beginning of the year, early February, early to mid-February is our deadline. And a typical year, we would get nearly 100 applications. And then we have our HUGS grant committee that reads every single application and then makes their selection. And we would, we have these different ways listed that you can read those of how these grant funds are raised each and every year. We are not quite ready through the process of finalizing the 2021 grant recipients, but you can see here 78 individual grants that were awarded last year. I'm sure you'll recognize many of these, and we are proud to say that last year's total amount awarded to local nonprofits serving our youth was $111,454. And we have 3 grant recipients in the spotlight in our video, and I'd like to start with the first one. Here is Humboldt County Office of Education, Student Events, and Olivia Kernan has a few words to say.
Hi, Humboldt sponsors. Greetings from HCOE. Thank you for your continued support of our student events programs. We really appreciate it. While 2020 did not look like we had imagined it would, we were still able to reimagine our student events and provide high quality experiences for our students to showcase their success. Thank you again, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Hi, Humboldt.
Next up, we have Sequoia Park Zoo and Christine Noel, the education curator.
Hello, I'm Christine Noel, education curator at Sequoia Park Zoo. I am so happy to share with you what the support of Humboldt sponsors means to us. Since 2007, we have been able to provide scholarships to local children to attend zoo camp. This year may have looked a little different, with smaller group sizes, curious faces hidden behind masks, and working social distancing into our daily activities. But it also highlighted the importance of the camp experience. Getting outside to play, making new friends, and sharing a story, even if it is from a distance. Exploring the secrets of the forest and seeing the world from a new perspective. Of course, at the zoo, camp also means connecting with wildlife to learn about their care and their conservation. Being able to bring the magic of camp into a year filled with uncertainty meant so much to local families. Thank you, Humboldt sponsors, for all you do to support our mission.
Okay, last but not least on our grant recipients in the spotlight is Wild Soul Ranch, which I'm sure many of you recognize.
It's, well, it's like a best friend, but more. The one person in the world who knows you better than anyone else. Someone who makes you a better person. Actually, they don't make you a better person, you make yourself. Keep me inspired. Soulmate is someone who you carry with you. The one person who knew you and accepted you and believed in you before anyone else did, or when no one else would. And no matter what happens, nothing can ever change that.
Okay, back to you, Becky.
Thank you. So some of our annual events you can see there are fundraisers. These are, you know, pre-COVID, of course, that we've done. We always have a summer fundraiser, fun times, and raise some money. Of course, our annual rummage sale. This year or last year, we came up with a for the kids of Humboldt, which was a direct mail fundraiser because we couldn't do anything in person. And so, which was very successful. And our PPEs, which we call Project Private Enterprise. So each active member comes up with a fun event that they can donate extra money to the cause. And we've had some interesting ones, from dinners to bunko parties to hikes. So it gets very creative, which is just kind of fun. So we all take part in those. And then we tried something new this year. In December, we did the Merry Merry Christmas Cheer, which was an online auction of some of the fun things that our active members have made, from wreaths to Christmas trees decorated. So that was really fun. And we are going to do a spring furniture and home decor online auction. We're trying to be creative. We're trying to pivot and trying to do something to raise some money for our kids in the community. And of course, we have to have the social and the community things. And we have fashion shows and luncheons, and we have a grants reception when we're able to give out the grants in person and meet some of these wonderful nonprofits. And we've had a Mardi Gras fundraiser, and we've taken part in the Exceptional Rodeo at Redwood Acres when they have the fair. And we've done blood drives, and we have another one coming up April 28th. And so we're busy. We try to do things for our members and also for the community to take part in. And this is some great pictures of when we do our annual rummage sale, which we're hoping we will once again do it this October 2nd, which is the first Saturday in October. And this would be our 56th year. We had to cancel the 55th. So we're still waiting to see if we can do it. That's our biggest fundraiser, and it's a real outreach to the community. We take over Redwood Acres with all sorts of lovely, memorable items that people can't resist having. So these are some of the great pictures during our rummage sale. And it takes many of us a week long to set it up and do it for the one-day event. But that's kind of our fun event. Lots of work, but still a lot of fun. And then here's some pictures of one of our fundraisers. As I said, there's Rex, our honorary member, and we have fun as we're raising money for our kids, and we're trying to be creative in what we do. So stay tuned for maybe one that might be coming up. So we'll have to wait and see. So like we said, excuse me. So we did for the kids of Humboldt outreach fundraiser, came up with an idea, and our community was so supportive. And we raised $37,800 and had some wonderful sponsors. Valley Pacific jumped in, and we just really thank the community for doing that when everybody else was kind of shut down. And we can't do any of this without the support of the community, businesses, and individuals. So this was what we did, was the Merry Merry Christmas Cheer, and that was kind of just brainchild of one of our active members, put it together within about 3 weeks, and we had fun just putting together Christmas wreaths and decorated trees, and made $3,000, had fun, and we figured out how to do it online. So it was a learning experience for all of us, but and who knows, we might have to do it again this year.
Thanks, Becky. Just a little bit more detail about the members' personal fundraising efforts. I'm not sure what year they came up with the name of it, Project Private Enterprise. We just call it a PPE, but there are so many creative ways that our members come up with to raise money individually. You can see Kim Cobine with her Christmas tree or Christmas gnomes made out of cedar branches. That was a very popular one. We have at our holiday luncheon, we have an opportunity for members to participate in the Christmas boutique. That's always a fun aspect to the luncheon. Face mask projects, and our member Judy Stoffer, many of you know her, comes up or every year does her fantasy tea, and this year she made over $5,000 all on her own, and that to me is absolutely amazing. So another one of our much anticipated annual events is our annual spring luncheon and fashion show. Usually we have the Irish Shop and Ferndale Clothing participate, and it's a highlight to see all the latest spring and summer fashions. And the last time we were able to have it, April 2019 at Baywood, and it was such a treat to see everyone there, and our fun models. You might recognize a couple of those as well. Another one of our really special events, which is the culmination of all the hard work that we do all year long, is our grants reception. We will look forward to having this next year. But this is where we get to honor and recognize all of our grant recipients and their programs, and see where the money is actually going. And then sometimes we actually get to meet some of the children who benefit directly. And then we have our holiday luncheon. Hopefully we'll be able to do this December 2021 coming up. It's always a packed house at the Ingomar, and of course they all do such amazing decorations, so it just adds to the festivities. And this is where we recognize all the hard work and contributions of our associate members. And we had our last in-person event before our lockdown happened was last February. We had a really fun social event, Mardi Gras, which the purpose was just to have fun, so we called it a fundraiser. And Queen Becky in her regal attire, we had a wonderful time. And then, as Becky mentioned, we participated in partnership with Redwood Acres Fair in the Exceptional Rodeo, which is just an event that just kind of brings a smile to your heart. And it was very fun afternoon of celebrating. And I would like to definitely just give a shout out to the youth ambassadors from the Cattlemen's Association that helped us with the event, setting up all the activities, and they did a great job volunteering. Okay, Becky.
So well, as you know, we like to have fun and also support a lot of our community partners. So we did go to one of the Crabs games before, that was pre-COVID, and it was great. We were out in the little area and just to honor a lot of our members to come and just have fun. And so it was a family event. So, you know, we just try to add a little fun as we go on too. So as I mentioned, we we were asked if we would like to sponsor a blood drive last year. So we did it in June and it was very successful. We had a wonderful time greeting people, and we provided everyone with a mask. And of course, this was fairly new into the pandemic. So it was great. We helped our community, which was very, it's always needed to do blood drives. And so that was a great event. We had members and non-members come and donate that night. And we have another one coming up. So if you would like to save the date, we have one coming up at the end of April, 4 to 7. And you can donate anytime that day, but we'll be there to greet you from 4 to 7. And you get to have a little hot dog outside on the porch area and do a great thing by donating blood that day. As I said, we're going to try something new, different new. We're going to do a spring furniture and home decor online auction. We have been, these are some of the lovely things that have been donated to sponsors, which we have in storage. And we're going to just try to see if this works to make a little room in our storage, and also just to kind of keep people aware that we are doing these things. So look for that. We're just putting this together, hopefully coming up in April.
And we are very proud of our second actual Humboldt County Board of Supervisors proclamation. Last one from April 2020, in recognition of Humboldt sponsors reaching our $2.5 million milestone in total grant funds that we've given out to local nonprofit organizations that provide services to our local youth. And so this is quite an accomplishment for us, and we're working, pardon me, working on our next milestone. No rest for us, even during a pandemic. And then this is just a snapshot of some of the recognition from our community and some of the other nonprofits and, you know, obviously businesses, including Eureka Chamber of Commerce, that have recognized the services that we provide to the children in our county. So we thank them for that.
Well, just we want to do a, excuse me, a shout out to everyone that we partner with, our grant recipients. When we at Redwood Acres for so many years that we did our rummage sale, the staff there is awesome. We work really closely with Redwood Adult and Teen Challenge. We couldn't do the rummage sale without them. So it's a great partnership. They load our trucks, unload our trucks, and it's a great service for them to do, and we couldn't do it without them. And we have so many volunteers at the rummage sales, student groups, scout groups, and the media has been very nice to us and giving us great advertising and just shout outs. And as I said, we can't do it without everybody helping everybody.
Whoops, sorry.
We'll go backwards.
I really did go backwards.
Yeah, frontwards and backwards. And
well, let's see.
She might find it. It's
just try hitting, try hitting page up.
Oh, there we go. That's an important one, because then if you have any questions but we are so into social media, you've got to find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh yes, we'll just leave it here. We'll just leave it here because I'm afraid I'll lose it.
Kelly,
are you ready for questions, Becky?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So one of the questions on the online auction that you guys are putting together right now, is that going to be just Facebook auction, or will it be a different platform? Or
good question. We're still working on that. We're trying to find the right platform that's going to work. We used to have a different one at the Christmas one, so we're just putting that together, but we'll definitely get that out to the community, because we've been back and forth from, you know, Craigslist, this or that, but I think we're going to do our own online auction and just, you know, keep it that way.
Got it.
Becky, I was wondering if you have found a difference in doing this online or rather than in person, if it's been more received or less received?
Well, I think, you know, I think it's been well received being the first time. Obviously, we would rather be in person and do those things. And so we're trying to find kind of the different avenues that will work for us. And then we had to pivot and do a mailing, which we've never done before. We've always done, you know, in-person events. And they've all been so generously supported. So I would prefer not doing online things because it's not as personable, and but you know, everybody has been supportive, and so we'll try whatever just to raise some funds for the kids.
Great job.
Thanks.
And I just want to give out to all of the sponsors members who jumped on and joined us in our presentation today. Lorna,
yes, and
Dana, the other Carol. Thank you.
And we've missed seeing everybody. This is how we've been kind of meeting or not meeting. So our group is missing each other too. But anybody is welcome to join as associate members, men and women. And it just the $30 membership fee goes directly to the kids, and you get to be part of a great group that is doing some wonderful things for our kids in the community. Any other questions? It says that Kelly is frozen. Is anybody, Heather or Renee, can you?
Yeah.
Hello.
I can't help unfreeze her, but yeah. So just thank you so much, Sherry and Becky, for being here and giving us an update on Humboldt sponsors. You guys are rock stars, and we love supporting you and getting the word out. And we look forward to seeing who your official grant recipients are.
Stay tuned.
When you get that all compiled, and hopefully we'll have a grants reception sometime this year, maybe. Yeah,
that would be nice.
Thank you so much for inviting us to present today.
Anytime. Yes. Welcome anytime. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next week for Supervisor Bushnell. And don't forget the community meeting next Wednesday at 5 o'clock on Zoom. Give the city your feedback and ideas on how to spend some money. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in a week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for having us. Bye.
Bye.